Hello all, welcome back to session 2 of Scratch Programming. And in today's session, we are going to learn a maze game. What is a maze game? How to do it? So let us see one by one. So here in this particular Scratch series of courses, so in our last previous session, we have learned about how to animate a character, right? So in this session, we are going to see how to move a character using our keyboard. So let us see how to do that. So whenever we go to events and whenever we click the flag and we take a move block, and whenever we click this flag, our character is moving, but we don't know like how to move this character using our keyboard, right? So here it is. So instead of taking when flag clicked, so let us take when space key pressed, but we are not going to use anyway the space key. Instead of that, we are going to use this arrow keys. You can see this, right? So how did I arrive at this stage? Again, I'm showing. So when I click the space key, like we have to take this particular block and click on the space, and you get this up arrow, down arrow, right and left. So let me just take right arrow. After taking right arrow, I'll just go to motion. Now instead of taking a move block, I will try to take the blocks like change x by 10 and change y by 10. So these two blocks are very important. As you see here, so x means horizontal, y means vertical. So again, x means horizontal, means I can move my cat right and left, that is front and back. Also we can tell front and back, right? Or we can also simply tell it is right and left. But if I want to move my cat up and down, so then I have to move in y direction, and you can also see the directions over here, so it is easily understood now. So if I want to go forward, my x value will be positive. Can you see this? And if I want to go back, my x values will be in negative. The same way, if I want to move up, my y value will be in positive, and if I want to move down, and my y value will be in negative. So let us use this particular concept to move our cat using our keyboard. So now I'll take change x by 10, and see now whenever I click the key, right arrow key, I'm able to move forward. And I'll just duplicate this, and I'll put left arrow by -10, that is -10. So how to duplicate? Maybe you will be having some question, right? So right click on the block, and then you'll get this option called as duplicate. So then you'll be able to duplicate the whole code, and then you can just update it accordingly. So since I'm moving up and down now, I'll take Y. So this is very important. Please observe this carefully. So for right arrow and left arrow, I have done change X, and for up and down, I'm going to do change Y. So as I said, I have to move up. My up position will be in positive. So that's why I have put change Y by 10. And I can also duplicate it this. Then put it here. Click on down arrow and change y by -10. So this is how it will be. So easy, right? So now let us see how it is moving on our screen. Yes, I'm able to move in all the directions, like right, left, top, that is up and down. So after doing all these things, how it is going to helpful in my maze? So as you know, maze is full of different walls and you have to move in and around, right? So this particular direction keys like up, down, right and left, which is going to help us in reaching the particular location like this. Maybe this is not now looking like a maze, right? So let us make a maze now. So how to make a maze? So there are two things. One is you can create your own maze, or you can also upload your maze. So first see how to create our own maze, and then I'll show you how to upload your mazes by generating it online. So let us see one by one. Now, as you know, we have to put a backdrop, right? So let me just go to the backdrop slide over here. I'm just hovering over it and I'm not clicking that. Just you have to observe this. Now I'm moving my cursor to paint. Click on paint and you will get this paint option over here. So when I get this paint option, what I'm going to do is I'll just take this line option and I'm filling this particular, and there is an outline color for it, right? So this is black and I'll just retain it as it is. Now I'm just changing this thickness of line to maybe 8. So see how will be the thickness. So this is the thickness of the line when I put 8. And if you don't want this, take the eraser and just you can erase it like this. Otherwise, in case you have just mistakenly done something, then you can also do undo like this. Click on redo and undo to go back and forth of your design. Okay. So now let us start doing this particular thing. So I want my line to be a little more thick. So I'll just put 10 and then I'll take this particular line option. After clicking that line, now I'll be able to draw this like a maze. I'm doing a simple maze. So and then I'll just put something over here, over here. Okay, I could able to draw something like this, and you can put very creatively. So now what I'll do, I'll just go to the code and you can see the cat is a little big. So what I'll do, I'll click on cat and then I'll just reduce the cat size to 10, or sorry, like 50. Let's put 50. Yeah, this cat size is correct. And now you can see it can easily go to all these particular maze. The height is perfect, I guess. Yeah. Yes, it can go through all these maze. And let us put one target for this particular sprite. So cat should go fetch some food. Okay. So what is the food that it is fetching? Now let us choose from food sprite. Shall we tell it should go fetch the muffin? Yes, we'll just tell that it should go fetch this muffin which is kept here, and this is the target for the cat. Maybe muffin is very big than the cat, so let us put that muffin to 50. Okay, so we'll just keep this muffin here, and since muffin has some two different characters or two different costumes, let's do something like this. So whenever the cat reaches this muffin and it touches that, it should look like the cat has ate that muffin. So we'll just depict it like that. Okay, so now I'm just moving here like this using my arrow keys, taking my cat to the muffin. Oh, but already the muffin is already, somebody has took the bite, right? So let us change the costume of that muffin, okay, to costume 1. So let us switch it to the costume 1. And whenever the cat touches this muffin, it should switch to costume B, that is muffin B. So how to do that? So it is very easy. We have to take, when flag clicked, what exactly we have to do is, the muffin should always sense if it is like touched by the cat, right? So it is something like this in our day-to-day life also. We'll be like always very cautious about our surroundings, right? So whenever we are in front of fire, so we'll always be very conscious that we'll be always observing if the fire is touching us, right? If it is touching, we'll just move away and we'll cover it up or something like that. We'll do something, right? So the same way, the muffin should always look for if the cat is touching that. So for that, it has to look out for always, right? So I'm putting forever block. So whenever the flag is clicked, the muffin should always do what? It should check if it is touching by the sprite one. That is nothing but our cat. Hope you understood this. How I did? I'm going to repeat it again. So it is like this. I'm going to control, taking forever, and then inside forever I'm putting one condition called as if then. So inside this if then, what is the condition? It should check whether if it is like touching the cat. That is sprite 1 for us. So after touching this, what exactly should happen is it has to switch itself to costume B. So when the flag is clicked, it should be in costume A, and when the flag is when the cat is touched, it should come to costume B. So shall we do this now again? So now what I'll do, whenever I click the flag, I'm setting my cat position over here. So my cat should be here in the start position. So let's do that. So whenever I go take this flag, for this I have to code the flag, I have to code the cat, right? So that's why I'm putting my cat, I'm putting the code in the cat. Okay, so once we do this, we have to go set the location to this, like this, go to XY position. I have made my cat fixed in this position, and see now if the cat is here also, when I click the flag, it will come to this position, and I'll be able to move to that particular muffin. Yeah, so it touched. We completed this game, right? So it is very easy like this. So the main thing that you have to understand is this particular decision making block, that is nothing but if then block. So if something is touching that particular object, then you have to react. So this is always will happen in our life also. So maybe your parents will tell, if you want to go out, then you have to complete your assignment. That is the condition that your parents may put. So whenever we have some conditions, we always have two possible outcomes. One is a positive outcome, another is a negative outcome. So we always have that reactions, right? So that reactions we can just put as a body of our condition, and that's how this code is working. So hope you enjoyed this maze game, and we will see now how to generate a maze online. Okay, shall we see that? Since you have created your own maze, you know how to create it. Now I will also show you how to upload it. We'll just see. You just can type maze generator. Yeah, so there is a maze generator. This is the first thing, like mazegenerator.net, right? So I want this to be in square cells, rectangular shape, width and height they have given, so let it be the same, or we can just also mention this as 8 and 7, because I have just tried this particular width and height, so it was working good for our Scratch backdrop screen. So I'm just taking that particular width and height. Now if I generate it, see, I'll get something like this. Maybe height I can also reduce it to 5, I guess. Exactly. So see, such a beautiful maze that we got here. So I'm just using the same maze now. Instead of downloading it as a PDF, I'm downloading this as my PNG. Okay, and then later I'll download it. Yes, that's been like downloaded here on my library. So now I can just go to my library and I can show you. So I have downloaded my maze. Now I can just go to the maze generator app again, the game again. So now I'll just upload backdrop. I'll click on upload backdrop, and immediately in the downloads I have this particular thing. And for you, you can just go to your download path. So wherever you have stored it, right? So you can just go to that particular part and you can take this particular maze, choose the particular maze. So now I'm selecting this all. That is because, see, I'm selecting all and making sure that it fills my screen. See, it is filling my screen. Now what I'll do, I'll just take my cat here, I'll put him here, and I'm reducing him a little more, or yeah, 140 I can put. Yes, this is a perfect size. And then this is the output, right? So let me just put my muffin here. So only thing that I have to do is I have to change the position of this particular cat whenever I click the flag. So I'll go to this sprite, I'll take this out, and I'll update my new XY position, that is 28 and minus 137. And if you see, go to XY position also is having the same thing. And let me just click flag, and it is here in this position, and let us test it. So I'll just put it here, and if I click flag, yes, it is coming back to the same position correctly. So let me just navigate through this maze. But for now, it can pass through. In our next session, I'm going to teach you how to fix this problem. So but for now, let us be aware it can pass through. Also, we'll just try to solve this solution. And if you observe, the cat is also not changing its direction whenever it is like turning left, turning right, and all those stuff. It is in the same position. So let us also fix it in our next problem, okay, in the next session, that is. Yes, this is working, right? So enjoy doing this maze game, and you can be as much creative as you can. You put some backdrop colors, you use your paints to the fullest, and use some different sprites. Be very creative on your maze game, and let us discuss this more in our next session. Okay, until then, bye, take care.